Welcome back, guys. Okay, Josh, so what did we just build?
So we just built a temporary pig pen on the car trailer.
Yes.
We don't have an animal trailer. It's on
my wish list.
It is. That's somewhere in the near future.
Yes. So this is going to be great. It took us no time to build this at all.
About a half hour.
Right, and it won't take us long to load those guys up, so we're not going to be losing an entire day focusing on the build, which is our main focus. However, if you're new to our channel, you may not know this, but we've been raising our own meat for the past several years. So being as responsible as we can for our own food supply is very important to us, but our main focus is getting inside this house, hopefully before winter gets really deep on us.
We'll see.
So we will be able to take this pen off. We can store it under the barn after today and then use it again in the meantime until we get a legitimate livestock trailer.
Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully we can pick it up with the bucket of the tractor, go over center, pull it right off, and it should be fine, good to go.
Yeah, so for today, that's going to work. But raising our own food is very important to us. We want to be as responsible as we can as meat eaters, and we feel like it's our responsibility to raise the animals, provide them with a good life, and then also have our hand in the butchering, the slaughtering, I should say, and the butchering. This year, that's not going to be the case for us because we're just not set up for full-size hogs.
No, we did chickens. I mean, that's a little bit easier doing the chickens versus hogs. So like she said, we're not really set up for all that right now, so
we're gonna pass it off to a butcher shop to go ahead and take care of it for us. One of the reasons in the past that we've really liked to be able to do it at home is because there's no stress for the animal. Loading them up and transporting them down the road can bring stress on them. We like to avoid that, and you know, when you do it at home, they don't know it's coming and it's just over for them. So that's kind of a downer. We're bummed about that. Butcher day is never a happy day on the farm. We all feel it, but we're also very grateful for the pigs and the food that they're gonna provide for our family.
Yep.
So that's it. It's time to get these guys loaded up and head out. Time to stock up the freezer.
All right, let's go.
We got the first pig in.
Yeah.
My camera cut out at the most crucial point, of course, that would happen, but
we weren't stopping production for that, though.
No, we definitely weren't. We don't want to turn around. Patience and good food pays off when trying to load these guys up. So I pretty much just put down some mac and cheese, like gumdrops, and she followed it right up there. So she is in, she's blocked off. We're going to remove these front two boards and lead the next one up.
Yep.
Lock them in, and we're ready to go.
Yep, take them to the butcher.
Carter, how do you feel about sending the pigs to the butcher?
Good, I'm happy that they're give us food for the next year, and I'm glad that I gave them a good life.
You did an excellent job with them. We're proud of you.
Thanks.
And we're grateful to the pigs.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Katie, how do you feel about sending the pigs to the butcher today?
Good and kind of sad.
Me too.
Well, I feel good that we raised it by ourselves.
Yep, me too.
And I remember the last time feeding them. And how I feel is kind of sad inside, but also happy that we know how we raised them and raised them super good.
Yes, we did. And they had a good life, and you did a great job taking care of them. And if we're going to be meat eaters, we want to at least be responsible meat eaters, right?
Yeah. Responsible for the feed, the water, and making sure they have a good life.
Yes. High five. You did great. Love you.
Right there.
all dropped off. They unloaded really easily, but it was tough leaving them there knowing somebody else was going to be doing the job that we feel like we should be doing.
Yeah, it's easier for us to do it. I mean,
and the animals.
And the animals, they're stressed out on the ride. We drop them off, they're stressed out. When we do it ourselves, it's just done instantly. Nobody knows it's coming. So it makes it easier for everybody, I think. Yeah,
when we're doing it ourselves, it's like it's just over for them. They don't even have a single bad day because prior to that, you know, they've been raised in the woods and on pasture, and then it's just over. But they do have a bad day, even though it's only one. It is a bad day for them when we take them there because of the stress. So. But we felt like it was the right move for our family this time because we need to focus on the house. We don't have an entire day or, you know, couple of days to spend on that because we really need to be working on that. We've got winter coming down on us here soon, so. We
don't have the time. Just don't have the luxury of having time.
Yep.
That's what it is.
So that's what it is. It's taken care of. We're so grateful for them, and we're grateful to have food for our family that was raised in the best possible way. And now we need to head down to the barn and get some work done down there.
And you'll see the babies.
Yes, so many babies.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Asking why I'm struggling to stay. It's a mystery why I'm here. I guess I'm just too tired of fighting what you say. As we're growing older, darling, it's me that I'm fighting now that I see.
Is she soft?
You love the sheep?
Yeah, I love the babies.
You love the babies?
Oh, baby. Hello, baby.
Look at Hazel in the back.
Hello, baby.
What are you doing, Hazel?
What are you doing, baby?
Guys, we're back.
What are you doing? I know, your baby's coming back, Mama. Time to go back to your mama. Mama and baby reunited.
Can I have a baby?
Pour the whole thing in. Good job. Okay, now minerals.
I know.
Yep, minerals for Mama. You got it? Good job. Okay, put the scoop back. Okay, you ready? Let's go give it to Mama.
Mama! Mama!
All right, so we have everybody set up and squared away. We're feeling pretty good about that. This is one of our little doelings that was born. She is a twin to the black one that Josh has right here. Who do you guys think is cuter, baby goats or little lambs?
It's hard to, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I want the two babies.
Wow, aren't you lucky? Do you love them?
Yeah.
I mean, she couldn't be happier. She really couldn't. She just loves them. All right, so let's take a look at their pens real quick. Everybody has feed and they have minerals. They've also got water. The waters, as you see, are suspended, so they're hung up. I don't like to keep these on the ground because they can be dangerous to the babies. There's definitely been occasions, not for us, but where other farmers have had to deal with babies getting into the waters and drowning. So we went ahead and just have all of ours up off the ground where the babies don't have access to them, but the mamas do. And since these mamas are all nursing, they're like us human mamas, they drink a ton of water. So we're out here making sure that everybody gets fresh water, making sure that, you know, it's not frozen in the mornings. Right now we're dropping down to some pretty low temperatures, so we got to make sure it's broken up and fresh and drinkable, and they always have water, food, and minerals. In this pen right here, we have Dark Beast Gannon. The boys named
they did.
her from Zelda. So this is Dark Beast Gannon, and she also had twins. That is one ewe lamb and one ram lamb in there. And this, he's a big guy.
Yeah, that's the boy.
But Dark Beast seems to always have pretty big babies. Ellie's got the ewe lamb in there. This mama right here is next on our list to lamb. So we went ahead, we got her brought in here so that she's ready to go. We've been asked before why we don't do our lambing and kidding outside in the pasture in the pens that they're in. And the reason for that is simply because we can control the environment in here. We're dropping down into some really cold temperatures at night. We have an Arctic blast, so they're calling it, coming this week. So it's best for us to have them in here where we know that the babies are gonna have hay, something to keep them warm, and they're not gonna be born. I mean, they're obviously coming out wet, and the mom needs to dry them off quickly. If she has multiples, she might not get to everybody in time, and the last thing we want is to be going out there in the morning scraping up a dead baby off the ground. We could prevent that. Let's have them in here. Also, a couple of our moms are very skittish with us. They're not super friendly, so I don't want to cause them stress chasing them around out in their pen and trying to get a hold of them so that I can milk them. So when they're in here, they're more comfortable. They're easier for me to catch. There's no stress on them. I can get them onto the milking stand and get them milked out.
In case you're wondering, this right here is Hazel. She's also pregnant. She's going to be due here hopefully pretty soon. We milk these goats, and Aaron makes goat milk soap. And for the sheep, they're actually meat sheep, but Aaron also milks those guys too to make goat's milk soap.
What is hiding underneath my skin? And I'm always sorry to bring you with my phone. Oh, with my phone.
All right, so today was a good day, a sad day, all around, right?
Yes, it was, but there's tough days, you know, on the farm or the homestead, and there's also amazing days. So it's the kind of the circle of life. We had life going out and life coming in lately, and that's just the way it works. That's part of life, right?
Yep. So right now we got 2 new goats. We have 2 new sheep.
Yes.
We're expecting 2 more sheep and 2 more goats.
Yes.
So we're growing our flock.
Yes, we are. Yeah. So that's it, guys. We took care of what we need to take care of here on the farm, and now we're ready to get back to the build.
All right.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. See ya.